Sometimes a failed robbery ends in desperation, and that's exactly what happens in these unbelievable moments. Watch as robbers in South Africa find themselves outsmarted, outmaneuvered, and totally humiliated. From unexpected resistance to traps they didn't see coming, these clips prove that crime doesn't always pay, and their panic says it all. Number 1. Way too calm for this. This heist team thought they were in for a smooth robbery, except their script forgot to account for Prinsloo, the action hero they never saw coming. With calm precision, Prinsloo turned his Toyota Land Cruiser into a battering ram, smashing their getaway cars like he was in an adrenaline-pumping video game. Meanwhile, his rookie partner, Lloyd Mtombeni, was having a crash course in life-threatening mayhem, only 3 days into his new assignment. Prinsloo kept his composure, even pausing to instruct Mtombeni to prep a rifle, all while expertly outmaneuvering armed attackers. By the end of this real-life action flick, the would-be robbers were empty-handed, their high-speed ambitions crushed, literally and figuratively. Not all heroes wear capes. Some drive Land Cruisers and pre-visualize chaos like they've done it 100 times before. Number 2. Uno reverse card. A white Mercedes trailing the victim pulled right outside his driveway. That was shady enough. Out steps a gunman with a pistol drawn, what he didn't expect. A well-prepared homeowner. The victim, armed and calm, reacted instantly, firing about 10 rounds to counter the attack. The would-be robbers fled in panic, smashing through a boom gate as they sped off. Number 3. Robber robbed. This robber thought he had it all under control, hostages on the ground and his pockets filling up fast. But one problem, with only one hand free, he kept dropping cash. That's when one bold hostage made their move, crawling behind him, grabbing the fallen money, and dashing out the door. A textbook lesson in how even the robbers aren't safe in South Africa. Number 4. Not so fast. A group of 5 suspects tried their luck at a butchery in Newtown, Johannesburg, but things didn't go as planned. The store manager quickly acted, shooting one of the robbers and stopping the heist in its tracks. Not the payday they were expecting. Number 5. All the bags. The Marabastad market stalls turned into a full-blown action scene when 3 armed men stormed a cash-in-transit vehicle. Shoppers scrambled for cover as the chaos unfolded, turning an ordinary day at the market into absolute chaos. They didn't even make sure they were getting the right bags. They just went for it and ran away. Number 6. Lemme in. These wannabe burglars tried their luck in broad daylight, practically pleading with the gate to let them in. But when the moment came, their courage clocked out, and they awkwardly bolted like it was all a misunderstanding. Number 7. Break a leg. These robbers had big plans until one stepped out and got a bullet to the leg. He tried to fight back and make a run for it, but it turns out running with one leg isn't part of the master plan. Number 8. No one can see us here. After pulling off their crime, these robbers tried to make a quick getaway by hiding under cars, but their plan fell apart when CCTV caught their every move. Turns out, the cars weren't good enough cover after all. Number 9. Not today, Satan. The robbers thought they'd steal everything in seconds by stopping in front of a gray car, but the driver was way ahead. Without missing a beat, they saw what was going down, spun their car in a smooth U-turn, and got out of there before the robbers even knew what happened. Number 10. Return the purse. This handbag thief didn't stand a chance against a quick-thinking 43-year-old woman in Durban. As he tried to snatch her bag, she jumped into her Toyota Tazz, drove straight through a closed boom gate, and ran him over, got her bag, and taught him a lesson in one go. Number 11. Nope. A would-be hijacker's big plan quickly went south in Durban when he pulled the classic, "I'm pointing a gun at you" move on the occupants of a car. His grand heist attempt? Block the car, hold them up, and take over. Sounds great in theory, right? Too bad the driver wasn't on the same page. In a true moment of nope, he swiftly reversed out of the mess before the guy could even adjust his gun. making his getaway super smooth. Number 12. Not a smooth criminal. A thief thought he'd scored big when he smashed a car window in traffic, snatched the driver's bag, and ran off like he had just won the lottery. Little did he know, a witness in a van wasn't having any of it. With a quick decision, this vigilante fired 2 rounds in his direction, showing the thief the real meaning of "not on my watch." Number 13. Driver on a mission. These robbers thought they had a foolproof plan to snatch money from a cash-in-transit vehicle. But as they made their getaway, the vehicle driver wasn't about to let them off easy. He rammed straight into their car, putting the entire plan in jeopardy. Number 14. Diamonds over life. 2 robbers tried to run away after hitting up a jewelry store, but they didn't count on the security guards turning into sharpshooters. As they bolted, the guards had other plans and put a stop to their little heist. Guess they didn't think the retail security was that good. Number 15. Surprise. In Florida, Gauteng, police were cruising the streets when they interrupted a robbery on a courier vehicle in progress. Shots were fired, but luckily no one was hurt. As for the robbers, they took off, probably wondering if they should have just stuck to online shopping instead. Definitely not the easy target they thought they were going after. Number 16. Oops. In Laudium Square, Pretoria, an armed cash-in-transit heist took a turn for the bizarre. The staff seemed to take their sweet time, which gave the robbers ample opportunity to snatch the bags. However, in their rush, they forgot to grab the one with the most cash, a mistake that came back to bite them. Thanks to cell phone footage, their great escape didn't last long. They were identified and caught. Number 17. Triple whammy. These guys thought this car would be easy to steal, and they almost got it too, only to realize they didn't know how to start it. What's even funnier is that they tried to run off with the expensive jacket inside, but dropped it on their way out, before getting chased by the victim with a gun. Everything that could have gone wrong here did. Number 18. By hook or by crook, not. These robbers had big plans. First, they targeted a car owner, but quickly realized he didn't have enough cash for their liking. So they thought, why not take their chances with a bus full of potential riches? But little did they know, if people actually had money, they probably wouldn't be riding the bus. Major aura points lost for miscalculating your targets. Number 19. Too heavy? All of these thieves spent a lot of time trying to gather enough items before running out of the store. They came out guns blazing, with getaway cars ready to take them, but in all of the panic, they forgot one important thing: the massive bag of loot they had gathered, and ran away empty-handed. Number 23. Wrong car. These hijackers picked the wrong driver for their little operation. Not only did their target run them over the first time, but the driver came back for round 2, turning their escape plan into a bumper car disaster. It's like they tried to steal a car from someone who'd been training for a demolition derby. Number 24. Luxury comes at a cost. These hijackers thought they had hit the jackpot with a Range Rover parked neatly in a driveway. What they didn't expect was the driver pulling out a gun like the star of an action movie. Within seconds, they were scrambling out of the yard. Guess they'll think twice before choosing their next luxury target. Number 25. 6 versus 1. Outside a butchery in Polokwane, a group of 6 masked robbers pulled off what they thought was a seamless crime, but their actions screamed desperation. The victim, initially seen handing over goods for safekeeping, was grabbed around the neck, frisked for valuables, and had his wallet and cell phone snatched. But the man's phone was really cheap, and he didn't have much money in his pocket. 6 people splitting that loot is going to amount to nothing. Number 26. Heavily guarded. These armed robbers must have thought they had an easy day ahead when they rolled up on a GS4 security guard outside Checkers. Little did they know, this guard wasn't just standing there for decoration. Quick on the draw, he turned the tables, sending bullets flying and the robbers running for their lives. Number 27. Not invisible. These robbers clearly thought they were invisible, creeping up on their target like it was a stealth mission. Unfortunately for them, they weren't exactly ninja material. They were spotted and filmed, leading to their arrest. Maybe next time, they'll rethink their master plan. Number 28. Forgot something. These guys thought they had the perfect plan. Faces covered, gear snatched, and a quick getaway. But there's one tiny detail they missed, leaving their number plate in crystal clear view for the cameras. Turns out, the only high-definition thing in this heist was their vehicle registration, making it the easiest bust for authorities. Smooth move, guys. Number 29. No one can see me. This guy broke into a property to steal a bicycle, thinking it'd be a quick grab and go. And quick it was, less than 2 minutes. What he didn't count on was being caught on camera the whole time. Now the only ride he's going to be taking is the one to the police station. Number 30. Need therapy. This group of robbers went after a gas station convenience store, only to get into an argument among themselves while inside. In the heat of the moment, they even forgot to cover their faces and were identified soon after. Number 31. Never gonna give you up. This group of armed criminals tried to hijack a woman right in her driveway, but she wasn't about to give in. Instead of opening her doors or getting out, she slammed into their car, sending them scattering like they just realized they picked the wrong target. Who knew bravery came with a side of horsepower? Number 32. Ironclad plan. In an attempted jewelry store heist in Pretoria, the criminals had a plan, but it was more creative than successful. A video shows them trying to bypass the boom gate spikes by placing ramps over them, creating a path for 2 getaway cars. They got away, but didn't manage to steal the jewels they came for. Number 33. A total mess. A cash-in-transit heist on the N1 in Goodwood, Cape Town didn't exactly go as planned on Tuesday. 4 people ended up injured after the action-packed robbery left cars parked all over the N7 off-ramp like a bad parking lot mishap. No one's getting out of this without being noticed. Number 34. Not so scary now. A knife-wielding robber who thought he could take on both police officers and motorists in Johannesburg quickly learned that was a terrible idea. After a tense standoff, he was shot and wounded, and well, now he's crying. Guess the reality of the situation hit him harder than he expected. Number 35. Without me? A group of armed thieves tried their luck at robbing 2 G4S guards at a shopping center in Boksburg, but things went sideways real quick. The head robber made a speedy getaway, without his partners in crime. The poor guys were left running for their lives, probably regretting their life choices. Abandoned mid-heist. Number 36. Wire thieves caught. These able thieves in Ekurhuleni thought they could make off with some valuable wires, but the police had other plans. As they were in the middle of their work, the police showed up and snatched them right off the job. Not exactly the getaway they were hoping for. Guess they didn't see the police patrols coming. Number 37. Robbery fail. A group of armed robbers stormed into Morgan Car Wash in Chizanyama in Mamelodi, probably thinking they were about to cash in big. But, who brings valuable stuff to a car wash? Turns out, not a whole lot. They walked away empty-handed, probably realizing they picked the wrong place to hit. Number 38. Good accident. A driver in Krugersdorp had a close call when hijackers tried to trap him by closing the gate behind him. But guess what? They messed up and accidentally opened it. The driver quickly put it in reverse, backed up, and bolted out of there like a pro. Number 39. By the foot. A high-speed chase turned into a disaster for these thieves. They thought they had the getaway in the bag, but the corner wasn't as friendly as they hoped. One of the criminals tried to bail but had no chance. His hands were up in seconds. Meanwhile, the officer wasn't wasting any time and grabbed him by the foot before running down the others. Nice try, but the cops were already one step ahead. Number 40. Not a good heist. Four robbers walk into a Vodacom store and leave nearly empty-handed. Talk about a letdown. They rummage through drawers like it was their lucky day, but all they walked away with was a little bit of money and a lot of random documents. Not exactly the jackpot they were hoping for. Luckily, one of them got caught, so there's at least some redemption in this botched heist. Not every day you see thieves come up empty-handed like that. Desperate mother. A mother in New Mexico did whatever it took to stop a car thief on the 4th of July. Police say the suspect stole her SUV with her two young kids still inside. The mom jumped onto the hood of the car, trying to stop the thief, but the suspect drove off anyway. As police chased leads to find the stolen vehicle, the thief eventually ditched one of the kids and ran off, leaving the SUV behind. She was later arrested. Scary woman. A group of thieves tried to steal a luxury car from a man's driveway in Connecticut, beating him up in the process. Luckily, his wife managed to scare them off by saying she'd called the police. This incident highlights the rise in juvenile crime across the country. In Alabama, for example, a shooting at a birthday party left 4 people dead and 28 injured, including a promising young football player, Philstavius Dowdle. Teddy bear store robber. A masked man with a gun robbed a teddy bear store in Arizona while kids were playing inside. The terrified kids tried to grab their snacks and hide, but the gunman forced everyone to one side of the store. A customer who walked in during the robbery was also ordered to join them. The bold thief then told the clerk to hand over the cash before snatching the register and running out. Backpack thief. Claudia Callejas wasn't having it when 2 women snatched her backpack at Uncle Bean's coffee shop in Houston. She was busy working on her computer at the outdoor cafe when the thieves walked right up and grabbed her bag. But they picked the wrong person to mess with. Claudia immediately chased them down and even tackled one of the suspects in the middle of the street. Turns out, her passport was in that backpack, so she wasn't about to let it go. TikToker thief.
Wait, see!
A TikTok creator, Marlena Velez, got arrested again for allegedly shoplifting from Target in Cape Coral, Florida. Police say she swiped nearly $300 worth of stuff, and they even released surveillance footage showing her scanning a cheaper barcode for more expensive items. Velez pleaded not guilty to this charge, as well as a previous theft charge. It's not her first run-in with the law, and it looks like this latest incident might just add to her growing list of legal trouble. Low blow. A surveillance camera caught a man stealing an elderly woman's purse while she was praying at a church in Florida. The Broward Sheriff's Office released the video to help track down the thief. In the footage, the 84-year-old woman is praying when the suspect sits behind her, paces around her chair, and then snatches her purse before running off. 2 days later, her purse was found at a nearby cemetery with her phone and house keys inside. But sadly, her money, wallet, and other valuables are still missing. Stealing from an old man. Police in North Carolina are searching for a suspect who allegedly shoved an 82-year-old man to the ground while stealing from a Home Depot. Surveillance footage shows the thief pushing a cart full of big boxes toward the door. When a store employee tried to stop him at checkout, the suspect pushed the man to the ground, injuring him in the process, according to Hillsborough police. Number 46. Snack heist. In a failed robbery attempt at a grocery shop in Matala, Limpopo, these would-be thieves hit a brick wall. They stormed into the store and started digging through the till, only to realize their target was almost entirely made up of coins. The shop owner had cleverly kept very little cash on hand, aware of the risks of a robbery. The robbers, clearly frustrated, kept asking the cashier, "Where's the money?" but came up empty. After realizing their plans had totally backfired, they grabbed what they could, snacks from the store, and fled without a penny in their pockets. Number 48. Not so fast. During a cash-in-transit heist attempt, the robbers driving a BMW thought they could get away with their crime, but what they didn't expect was the speed and ferocity of the cash van's security team. The guards weren't just standing by. They chased the BMW down, smashing it around corners and firing back, showing these criminals that they weren't getting off easy. In no time, the thieves realized they were out of their depth. The sight of the determined cash van guards made them think twice, and within moments, the robbers gave up, realizing they were no match for the relentless pursuit. Their escape plan went from ambitious to disastrous as they were forced to surrender, all thanks to the brave and quick-thinking guards who turned the tables. What was your favorite footage? Comment down below and let me know. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. See you next time. Goodbye.